Staying in the Middle East, all Hamas leaders are considered prime targets by Israeli forces. And now with the Palestinian group blaming Israel for Ismail Haniyeh's killing, Israel has turned its watch list into a hit list. The Israeli military has already eliminated 3 Hamas leaders this year, including the chief Ismail Haniyeh. Our next report takes a look at the other targets on Israel's radar.
This is Ismail Haniyeh, Hamas chief, head of its political wing, former Prime Minister of Palestine. From Qatar, where he has been staying in exile, he flew to Tehran, where he attended the inauguration ceremony of the new Iranian president. Later, he was seen meeting Iran's supreme leader and the new president in a closed room. These were Ismail Haniyeh's last recorded visuals. He then returned to his house in Tehran, unaware that he would never be able to step out of it again. At 2 a.m. local time, an air-launched missile hit Haniyeh's house, bringing it down to rubble, killing the Hamas leader. The Palestinian group has pinned the blame on Israel, vowing that the act will not go unpunished. So has Iran. However, Israel is yet to claim responsibility. For years, Israel has had Hamas leaders and commanders on its watch list, some even considered as serious targets. So most Hamas leaders maintained a discreet public presence, while others have spent much of their lives evading assassination attempts. But since the October 7 attack by Hamas, Israel turned this watch list into a hit list, aiming to eliminate top leaders of the Palestinian group. From key fighters to top Hamas commanders, Israel's list has been long. 3 from Hamas's top brass, including Haniyeh, have already been eliminated. The remaining could now be on Israel's hit list. First, Yahya Sinwar. Israel calls him the public enemy number 1. Sinwar is the founder of Hamas's security service that tracks down Israeli spies. He spent more than 20 years in Israeli prison and was among thousands of Palestinians who were released in exchange for an Israeli soldier in 2011. Nicknamed the Face of Evil, Sinwar was appointed in charge of Hamas in the Gaza Strip in 2017. And just 2 years before that, the United States labeled him as an international terrorist. Second on Israel's hit list, Mohammed Deif. He's said to be the mastermind of the October 7 attack on Israel that triggered the ongoing destructive war in Gaza. The Israeli government has been hunting Deif for decades, but has failed. This is why he's known to Israelis as the cat with 9 lives. Israel last imprisoned him in 2000, but he escaped and since then has left behind little trace. In 2002, Deif survived one of the most serious assassination attempts and lost one of his eyes. In 2014, Israel again failed to kill Deif. However, his wife and 2 children lost their lives in the attack. Deif currently leads the military arm of Hamas. And he's also engineered the construction of underground tunnels in Gaza. Third, Khaled Meshaal. He's considered one of the founders of the Hamas movement. In 1997, Israeli spy agency Mossad tried to assassinate Meshaal under direct instructions of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The Hamas leader was living in Jordan when Mossad agents entered the country and injected Meshaal with a toxic substance. Later, the late King Hussein of Jordan asked Netanyahu to provide an antidote for the poison. Bowing to international pressure, Netanyahu provided the antidote and saved his enemy's life. Meshaal is considered a living martyr by his sympathizers, and he now lives in Qatar. He handed over the political bureau of Hamas to Ismail Haniyeh in 2017. The fourth is Yahya Sinwar's younger brother, Mohammed Sinwar. He's on Israel's most wanted list with a reward of over $3 million. At 48, he's the youngest senior Hamas figure and is an extremely close aide of Deif. Together, they are thought to have planned many suicide bombings in Israel. In 2014, Mohammed Sinwar was assumed to be dead. However, he's appeared in a video during the recent Gaza conflict. And lastly, the oldest Hamas leader, Mahmoud Zahar. The 79-year-old is the co-founder of Hamas and a member of its political leadership. Israel tried to assassinate him in 2003 when an airplane dropped an explosive on his house in Gaza City. The attack killed his eldest son and left Zahar with minor injuries. Although the most radical, Zahar could be the last target on Israel's hit list, as he's not directly involved in Hamas's day-to-day operations. These Hamas leaders could next join Hamas's former deputy commander-in-chief, Marwan Issa, the founding commander of the group's military wing, Saleh al-Aruri, and Ismail Haniyeh, all of whom are believed to have been eliminated by Israel, with no end in sight to the war in Gaza.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alice Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. For the first time since